So what do these people need to get started? Why aren't they starting? We all know the answer is fear. But the difference with you guys or me or anybody who's followed through is we're more afraid of what life would be like if we don't follow through than the person who's willing to settle for what they got. It's almost like people, overachievers, have a little more fear. They're a little more afraid of missing out. They're afraid of not being there, or they got a strong enough reason to follow through. So I'd say if you're looking at home, you want to give somebody some value, go, where do I start? I'm sick of this. That's a damn good place. So for somebody whose life is already great, this is about, what if I could take on another skill that could create more freedom for my life? And just saying, I'm not having to go out and try and do it all perfectly right now. I'm gonna do one thing a day to condition my mind. I'm gonna read something, I'm gonna listen to something, I'm gonna immerse myself, I'm gonna go for an intense jog, or I'm gonna go lift weights, but I'm gonna do it consciously to get in a state where I'm gonna follow through. That's number one, because people follow through when they're in state. Guess what? What makes people excited is progress. You don't have to be at the goal yet to feel alive again, you have to make progress. Second, I'm gonna get clear about why this is a must for me. Not because my back's against the wall, but because I want to master an area of life to create some freedom. I'm not gonna master it overnight, but I got the system, I got the plan. I'm gonna do one thing a day, I'm gonna work on one subject a week. And each week I'm gonna make a little progress, and I'm gonna get to a goal, whatever that is.
I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
The breakthrough happens by conditioning your mind every day, by feeding it a role model or story. It's putting yourself in a peak state and you follow through by getting physically strong. It's creating a little ritual of doing a little bit each day, and then you get momentum. The most important thing of all is what you start out with. Why? Why is it a must for you? It doesn't have to be you're against the wall, but it has to be something you're hungry for, because the only difference in people is hunger. And if you're not hungry, get around people that are hungry and something will hit you. As a man, I know it's capable of more. So people can change their standard by getting around where it's better. Or they can do it because they're excited, because there's something new they want to take on. Everyone's different. But they got to find the why, and they got to come up with some daily rituals to get it going, and just do a step at a time. So, think about what's the holy grail between somebody taking action or not. It's one word: certainty. When somebody is absolutely certain, the common word is believe, right? But you can believe at a general level, or you can believe with certain. When you're absolutely certain that if I do this, it's gonna get that result, and that result's gonna change my life, you'll do it. So if it's a must for you, you gotta make it work. Most people have a belief about what their real potential is no matter what you tell them. And that affects how much action they take. If you believe that there's very little potential, how much action are you going to take? Now, what if something could happen that could come along and fill you with a sense of absolute certainty? Not like I believe, but where you know. If you get yourself in a state of certainty that this is going to work, I'm going to find the way. And if this doesn't work, I will make the way. Then you tap a lot more potential. And when you're certain in your potential, you take massive action. When you take massive action, you really believe in something, you get great results. When you get great results, your brain goes, see, I told you I was a stud. I told you this thing would work out.
I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
So the core difference in people is, how do you produce certainty when the world isn't giving it to you? You go out and you try, in your case, you're 100,000 in debt and nothing's working. How do you keep yourself going? The way you did it, the way I did it, the way you're doing it, we may not have done it consciously, is we didn't change our potential, that was there. And it wasn't even taking more action. Taking more action with a belief it's not gonna work, it's not gonna change anything. We got results in our head that made us feel certain as if it had already happened. How do you make somebody better who's got this mental block? Key is, it's not practice makes perfect, it's perfect practice makes perfect, as corny as that sounds. So these guys see themselves making a shot every single time, conditioning their mind and body that it's perfect every time. They're not interrupted by a reality that would screw with them. You intuitively know the truth, that practicing's not enough. It's getting yourself so certain so many times that now when you go to do it, there's no hesitancy and you execute. It's having that absolute certainty that makes you tap your full potential, take massive action, get massive results, be reinforced having stronger belief. This is what makes somebody a star at anything.